You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may it wave. This is the episode after 4th of July break. We're back. Let's go. W Weekend News Wind Down. So much to cover. Took a couple of weeks off. So much to talk about. Talk about the big, beautiful, ugly bill. Talking about Juan Epstein. Welcome back, Cotter. The Juan Epstein files. Talking America's birthday, July 4th. Talking winners and losers from the big, beautiful bill. Talking winners and losers from Juan Epstein's list. Weekend News Wind Down. Got some good new music lined up. Got some cuts from the band Wet Leg. A new one from the Black Keys. And we're going to throw on some new joints, yeah? We're gonna have that, eh? We're going to have that, eh? With some new joints because the Oasis got together. We're going to have a bit of that. We'll have one of those joints. Celebrate Oasis coming together. And a couple of random ones here and there. Weekend News Wind Down. Let's go. You know what it is. It's all the way. It is LIVEWAYWNWD. It is indeed all the way. LIVEWNWD.
It's all the way live. It's all the way live. It's all the way live. If you wanna party,
We missed you, Elon.
on and party. When the people get together, they don't care about the weather. We're proud to say, welcome to the party. Yeah. Show up. It's all the way live. Tell the people. Tell them. Ooh. It's all the way live. All you got to do is clap your hands. All you wanna do is look at rain.
W
The music's put together, and
you got to get it together.
come on. It's all the way live. It's all the way live. Tell the people. Come on. Ooh. It's all the way live. All you got to do is put your hands. It's live. It's all the way.
All the way.
It's live. It's all the way.
LIVE. It's all. It's live. It's WNWD. It's all the way. It is all the way. WNWD. Weekend News Wind Down, LIVE. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Let's get right to the news. Get right to it. Start with the Wall Street Journal. Look at the weekend paper. Let's start with the front page. As Tesla stumbles, SpaceX finances go from strength to strength. I think it's fucking bigger and better and more amazing. We miss you. We miss you. We miss you, Elon. We miss you. Too bad. Too bad there was a breakup at the White House, but you're still so amazing. Too bad. Too bad. It could have been beautiful. It could have been so amazing. Kraft Heinz is planning a breakup. They're planning to break up all the ketchup bottles. Kraft mac and cheese. Planning a breakup. You can never mix ketchup and macaroni and cheese ever. They're going to break it up. The company's stock has underperformed since its mega merger in 2015, and changing consumer tastes have hampered results. So all the geniuses that told management at Kraft Heinz to consolidate, now the geniuses are telling them to break up again. God, what a business. Yeah, on to politics. The White House seizes on Fed renovations as an opening to oust Powell, idiot loser Powell, with his transitory inflation. Still won't budge. The son of a gun still won't budge. Listen, Trump wants you to cut rates. You better cut them, Jerome Powell. Your head is going to be cut. In the U.S., the rapid rise of killings by police in rural America. A 70-year-old shot and killed by a sheriff's deputy on a New Mexico highway last summer was one in a growing number of cases. Woo! I can't whistle that. Wah, wah, wah. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. It's a mystery out there in New Mexico on the highway. It calls for some background music. The rapid rise of killings. Let's see it. By police in rural America. Sounds like a Mexican and another Mexican. Here's the video. Looks like he's covering his penis with a towel. Oh, it's really a gun. Sheriff Wayne Ivy's in charge. There it is. Riding on the highway. An American flag, the sheriff's office. Chill vibes. This guy carved the antlers. Amazing clouds. American flags, we love you. American kings. Amazing. New Mexico. Murders. Movies. Series. Ooh, the amazing. The secret group chats with the rich score seats and private jets. They're amazing. I wish I can do that. Even billionaires are selling seats on personal planes and jet charters at relative discounts. Sometimes you don't want to spend $25,000 to $30,000 going up to New York. You never want to do that. You never want to do that. You want to see if you can spend maybe like $15,000 or $20,000. You've never really even seen New York unless you flew on a private jet. Just tan and be hot and single. The people fight to be on Love Island. Do you want to fight to be on Love Island? Get a quick summary here. What's new? Business, finance, Kraft Heinz, break up. You can never combine ketchup and mac and cheese ever. They can never be on the same plate. Ford has recorded 88 safety recalls in the first 6 months of 2025. Amazing. Ford, you're doing so great. Google has agreed to pay about $2.4 billion to buy Ford trucks. Look at that. U.S. stocks emerge from a battery of new tariff threats. Tariffs. 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 BP warned lower oil and gas prices would hit its second quarter performance. But your gas tank will be filled. Global oil supply is set to rise 3 times faster than demand this year. Wow, okay. I guess you just we don't love oil anymore. Flutter Entertainment is buying a remaining stake in FanDuel to take full ownership of the sports betting platform now at $31 billion. You can do a parlay. You can do a $31 billion parlay to triple the value. What's news worldwide? White House advisors are ramping up a pressure campaign against Fed Chair Powell by alleging he either lied to Congress about the Fed's headquarters renovation or just didn't tell Trump how amazingly golden he's going to fucking gild everything in a building. Trump didn't approve it. Federal judge blocked ICE agents from stopping and arresting people based solely on their being Mexican. A split is emerging among the Trump administration's top law enforcement officials over their recent decision not to release any more deep state, deep state, deep state, the deep state, the deepest state. Let's see how deep the state really is. Let's take a deeper look at how deep the state, how the deep state continues. There's a split between Bon Jovi, Dan Bon Jovi, and Attorney General Pam Blondie. Blondie. Lil Marco. John Bon Jovi. The State Department is laying off more than 1,300 employees as part of a sweeping organization. Oh, that's sweet. Americans love seeing other Americans get fired. Columbia University has discussed paying roughly $200 million in bribes to Trump. Indian authorities confirmed fuel control switches on Air India flight that crashed in June had been turned off shortly after takeoff, but said they had been turned back on before impact. Russell Peters. Russell Peters concluded their investigation. That's a good intro. Let's hear a nice record from this band Wet Leg, who released their album Moisturizer yesterday. This one is called Catch These Fists. We'll listen to Wet Leg, Catch These Fists, and then we'll take a break from the Wall Street Journal and look at some screenshots that I sent the Trump, emotional Trump cult members during the week in some group chat. So here we go, Wet Leg, Catch These Fists.
yourself when you fall. You should be careful. Do you catch my drift? Cause what I really want to know is can you catch these bits? Man down.
Level up.
I know all too well just what you're like. I don't want your love, I just wanna fight.
We're on our way to the club. Stupid is, stupid does. Limousine, rocking up. Get the mean, giddy up. Yeah, 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 yeah. Man down. Yeah, 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 yeah. Level up.
I know all too well just what you're like. I don't want your love, I just wanna fight.
Hey, don't get pussy, get the boot. I saw him sipping on top fruit. This always happens late at night. Some guy comes up, says I'm his type. I just threw up in my mouth when he just tried to ask me out. Yet don't approach me, I just wanna dance with my friends. Yeah, 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 yeah. Man down. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Level up. I know all too well just what you're like. I don't want your love, I just wanna fight. I know all too well just what you're like. I don't want your love, I just wanna fight.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Wet leg. We don't want your love. We just want to tariff your ass. That's all. Speaking of tariffs, very important counter we got up here. How many countries? We're just inventing new fucking countries. We've ran out of countries to put tariffs on. We're just finding new countries, new planets, new universes to fucking put tariffs on. That was wet leg. Okay, now we're in U.S. news. Trump's unsung economic booster, deregulation. Nuclear power exemplifies how revamping dated and onerous rules could kickstart investment and innovation. Yeah, I hope so, but those things take forever. And the big beautiful bill is really just, in some ways, an attack on Chinese derived, Chinese associated renewable sources like solar and wind. So the components for solar and wind are, say solar for sure, but wind I'm not so sure, but solar for sure, the panels, the inputs, create the panels, it's all Chinese dominated. And I think it's kind of vindictive, short-sighted, and it'll be costly over time, but we'll see. It'll re-incentivize and reallocate resources to other renewable sources. And we'll see how that goes. I don't know how easy it will be to build nuclear reactors. In politics, federal judge halts immigration raid tactics in LA. Oh, I wanted to see families broken up. I wanted to see raids on immigrant communities of people who are just normal. Epstein, Juan Epstein from Welcome Back, Kotter. The Epstein Files, Don Bon Jovi, and Pam, Attorney General Pam Blondie. Colombia has discussed $200 million bribe to pay kickback to Donald Trump. In Texas, Trump consoles, takes a victory lap for disaster response. He's so amazing. That's what he said when he was there. He has so much energy when he goes to those places. And he probably warms so many hearts when he's there. And then he wears a hat. He wears a hat. And then he talks like this. You got a beautiful accent. You have a beautiful Texas accent. Amazing. Your people are amazing. It took me 1 week to get over here. It took me a week to get over here. But you're amazing. State Department lays off 1,300 employees in sweeping reorganization. Little Marcos gives a thumbs up to that. Little Marco gives a thumbs up to laying off that 1,300 people, Americans. They'd rather give the jobs to Zelensky and Bibi. Latest tariff threats could delay rate cuts, Fed Goolsbee says. That's right, we're on 4,176 countries that have been tariffed. So, Austin Goolsbee, you're going to have to keep waiting. We got a few more galaxies to visit and a few more planets to send to put tariffs on. And look at Trump, amazing. He threatens GOP senators. He likes the guy. But he likes Zelensky. But he'll threaten GOP senators. But he loves Zelensky. He loves Zelensky. But hates GOP senators who vote on Dogecoin. In tennis, the American who just made a Wimbledon final 2 years after walking away from tennis. Soccer's $1 billion American experiment finally reaches its end. Finally. Let's go to the world. Let's go to the world. Hello, world. Little Marco's 36-hour trip to Asia left U.S. islands wanting more. Little Marco's so sweet. Growing up right in front of our eyes. Hunting down Russian spies with Norway's intelligence service. Small town in Arctic has become a hub for suspicious activity from Russian. Full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Of deep state, where Trump keeps continuing to send money now to Zelensky. But he hates GOP senators who will vote against Doge. In hills of Australia, Pacific allies are training to fight China. Multinational maneuvers are new normal as the US and its allies prepare for possible confrontation with China over Taiwan. Here's Mayor Daniel Lurie. Can San Francisco needs to save itself? The new mayor discusses his plans for restoring the city's quality of life and getting the budget under control. He may have some lessons for New York. Bloomberg's anti-gun nonprofit targets a mom-and-pop store. Trump isn't rebuilding the U.S. military. He's just rebuilding himself. He's turning into a robot. Killer robot drone, AI. The Pentagon budget is really to make, just like Biden, it's just to make an after-inflation cut on defense. It's just like Biden. They were making themselves into superhumans with the Pentagon budget. Tariff man strikes again at Canada. Tariff man. Tariff man. Trump man. Tariff man. Trump man. Trump man. Tariff man. Trump man. No, actually, it's not. It's not tariff man. It's Tariff Man striking again at Canada. Trump announces a 35% tax on America's number 2 trading partner. Our best friend and neighbor, Canada. Who's that? Mike Jones. How the UK sickness benefits tab returns want to repair Social Security unless the IRS. Oh, don't say that. The deep state gets deeper for the Trump people. Why won't states scrap their provider tax? Ask Trump, ask MAGA, as the deep state. Mamdani, Mamadani Maga. Mamadani's Maga playboy. Waga. Maga. Oh, let's see the comparison. I like this. Populist giveaways, vilification of elites, and selective appeal to grievance if it works in Republican politics at the national level. Why wouldn't it work in New York? Let's see the comparison here between Mohammed Trump and Zohran Mamdani. Tunku Varadarajan asked, can anyone stop Mamdani? Last week, Hank Shankoff attempts to discredit the Assemblyman's progressive platform as hypocritical by referring him to someone who started with everything, continues to have everything, and isn't telling the people who have nothing that they're going to pay a price for everything he wants to give to some. But if this formula, populist giveaways, vilification of elites, and selective appeal to grievance, sound familiar? Works so effectively in Republican politics at the national level, why wouldn't it in New York? Setup is the same. The only difference is the color of the jersey. Mr. Mamdani's opponents will need another game plan. That's true. That's true. Same approach, just gets stronger and bigger. Israel goes to war and dancing breaks out. Deep state breaks out dancing. Trump versus U.S. intelligence agencies, round 7. Notable and quotable. We are a big tent party. Let's go through. Let's take a break from the Wall Street Journal. Let's remember Elon. He was so sweet and so helpful with Doge. And he's going to make the America Party, which I will join. Thank you, Elon. Thank you. Thank you. Now, how embarrassing does that look when you're carrying a when you're jumping up on stage and you have your chainsaw? How embarrassing was that? This looks so stupid. Let's forget all of that, please. And let's go to this week in screenshots in my text groups. Let's start with the U.S. accuses Houthis of kidnapping crew members from sunk vessel. Is this the same Houthis that... Is this the same Houthis that Trump made a deal with? Is that the same deal? It's got to be the same deal, isn't it? Isn't Trump make a deal? I thought he ended it. I thought he ended all that stuff with the Houthis. Here's how Trump officials split over Epstein investigation. Which way did he go, George? I don't know. Does John Bon Jovi do it, or did Pam Blondie do it? Trump seeking support for new Israel attack. Deep state. More bombs? Did someone say more bombs? More deep state? Yeah, keeping it moving. Trump also offers new visa program for migrant workers after facing backlash from farmers. So wait, who am I supposed to not like in terms of the migrant workers? The ones that don't work for the farmers? Let's keep it going. This gets even better and better. The State Department cuts over 1,300 staffers as part of Trump administration's sweeping overhaul. I mean, does anyone else enjoy 1,300 people losing their jobs right before Christmas? The White House waits giving Ukraine another Patriot defense system. Weren't we supposed to get a deal in like 24 hours? A peace deal. Like, I like the guy. And the guy, he likes me and likes me. A warrant issued for Taliban leaders, another deal that was made a few years ago before Sleepy Joe had to pull us out of that dump. Look at Ted Cruz. Oh, gosh. Wait. No, this is serious. This is really serious. All jokes aside, Texas, we're thinking about you. And peace and a speedy recovery to all of you who are going through this. But it has to be the toughest for Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz, we're praying for you. We're praying to Israel through you, vicariously through you to Israel, and vicariously through Israel to you. I know it's been hard. I know it's been difficult to watch everything that's happening in Texas from Greece while you're on vacation. It's difficult. It's hard. It's heartbreaking to see you have to go through this. And thank you, The Onion, for spotlighting Ted Cruz's vacation is really how he grieves. It's how he helps out the victims in Texas. He goes to Greece and he takes pictures of Zeus and the fucking Parthenon, whatever that thing is. And then he has a gyro. Oh no, a gyro. He has a gyro. And then maybe he goes to the place with all those blue roofs. Mykonos. It's the only way. It's the only way to help the victims of the Texas floods. Lion Ted. Malacca Ted. Hercules Ted. He's a Hercules. He's a hero. He's a demigod. Ted Cruz. The most amazing fucking guy. Seriously. You don't know what he's going through. It's been really tough for him. The fuck out of here, Lion Ted. You snake. U.S. measles cases climbed to a 33-year high. Wait a second, we got a statement from Robert Kennedy. Robert Kennedy thinks that the vaccines are actually worse than getting measles, so you're better off getting measles. The U.S. accuses the Houthis. Okay, yeah, that was the. Yeah, you got to mix up in the pictures. Yeah. Okay. So we're moving along. New York's financial crowd rushes to build anti-Mamadani. Kamalala. Mamadani. Anti-Mamadani. Mamadani. Mamdani. Kami Mamdani. Ice. Get him out of here. Ice, get him out of here. Before we continue on, let's get another song here. I like this one here. This is continuing on from the Moisturizer album. This is Wet Leg with CPO.
I tied a rope around my waist. I tend to get lost in your eyes. I took a breath, jumped off the cliff because you told me to. Is it love or suicide? Is it love or suicide? Is it love or suicide? Is it love? Put your love to mine, CPR. I try to run, head for the hills. If you're a ghost, then oh my God, oh can you give me the chills? Yeah. Is it love or suicide? Is it love or suicide? Is it love or suicide? Is it love? Are you the one I ride or die? When I'm with you, I feel alive. Is it fun? Is this a vibe? Is it love? Put your love to mine, give me CPR. Call it 999, give me CPR. Hello, 999, what's your emergency? Well, the thing is, I'm in love. Oh, I'm in love. And you're playing. Yeah, I'm in love. Yeah, I'm in love, and you're to blame. Oh, I'm in love, and you're to blame. Yeah, I'm in love, and you're to blame. Put your love to mine, CPR.
Wet leg. Don't be a wet leg. Don't be a wet leg. Go and listen to Wet Leg's new album. Very nice. That'll just set you up for full song. We're gonna play a record later. We're gonna play that one next, yeah. Because Oasis get back together. We're gonna have to play. I think one of my favorite Oasis records. Probably I'm not too crazy about the band, but yeah, I think actually make white guys cool again. All right. Let's get back to the business and finance section. Saving a studio, Superman, tariff man. The pants cost $20. They explain $86 billion of Costco sales. Kirkland's signature is now bigger than some of the world's biggest companies. It has become essential to Costco's business. All right, let's have a look at it. This is by Ben Cohen. There's a great deal you can learn about one of America's most valuable and beloved companies from a lawsuit about pants. Costco, as you may know, for their amazing rotisserie chicken and great deals. or hot dog. They're hot dogs. Was recently sued by Lululemon for allegedly selling cheap knockoffs of the athleisure brand's premium clothing. One of those products is a pair of comfortable, fashionable, wildly popular Lululemon men's pants that came out a decade ago and cost $128. A few years ago, Costco began selling a version of those pants that looked and felt awfully similar for only $20. You don't exactly need a law degree to read this legal document and see why so many people are so completely obsessed with Costco. Those pants were part of Kirkland's signature private label, which is based on a simple but powerful idea. Sell products, high quality, low price. With that philosophy, Kirkland has become essential to Costco's success. No less a Costco authority than co-founder Jim Sinegal describes the creation of Kirkland 3 decades ago as one of the crucial developments in the history of the company. The store brand now accounts for roughly a third, 33%, of Costco's revenue, and it's growing faster than the speed of light. Costco's total sales have almost doubled since 2017. Kirkland's have almost tripled. Exponentially, have almost been cubed. At this point, it's bigger than many of the world's biggest companies. I know. Kirkland alone brought in $86 billion last year, more than all of Procter & Gamble. In fact, this brand known for no frills or affordability generated roughly the same amount of revenue as luxury giant LVMH. What the heck? Even Costco's $1.50 hot dog and soda combo was branded as a Kirkland product. Amazing. You can get a Kirkland hot dog and soda Louis Vuitton bag. It doesn't just drive sales, it also breeds loyalty. It gives people a reason to become members, and members a reason to keep coming back. If the cult of Costco had a Kool-Aid, it would definitely be Kirkland's signature. Perhaps the most important thing that Kirkland does is bring down the price of other brands. Understand why. It helps to have a basic understanding of Costco economics. The company stocks fewer items than traditional retailers and makes up for smaller margins with absurdly large volumes. In case of fewer items, large volumes. It sells branded products at no more than 14% above cost. Okay, you know the margins are like in this band. Even if that means leaving extra profit on the table. For Kirkland products only, Costco makes an exception, permits a markup of 15%. The mere existence of a new Kirkland item can warp a product's entire category. It means less of a place for suppliers, more negotiating leverage for Costco's buyers, and much greater value for its members. The value is such a point of pride that executives often highlight specific niche Kirkland products and the savings they provide on company earnings calls. On the most recent one, they bragged about slashing the price of a chocolate macadamia cluster from $17.99 to $14.69. Get your chocolate macadamia clusters here. They're worth $17.99. Get them for $14.69 here. Before we continue, watch this video on Kirkland's business. It's as good as Costco's rotisserie chicken. Okay, let's see it.
On any Costco aisle, next to a name brand item, is often one with a slightly lower price tag and the label Kirkland Signature.
In the industry, Kirkland Signature is seen as really a shining example of what a retailer can do with its house brand.
Today, the Kirkland brand accounts for around 1/3 of the company's sales. But the decision to create just one private label 30 years ago was risky, especially in a world where the most successful ones were divided up by product type.
We were kind of flying right in the face of that success story.
Here's the case study on how Costco went against industry standards and in the process created a negotiation tool that would forever change big box retail. When Costco first started in 1983, the premise was simple: carry a limited number of name brands in each product category, but sell a lot of them.
One of the significant disciplines of our business is the limited selection.
We weren't going to carry all the SKUs the other retailers carried. We were only going to carry the highest quality goods.
4,000 items as opposed to 140,000 items, because everything that's presented at Costco is presented pretty big. Hits you right in the face when you walk in there.
But just a few years into this, data showed that the price of these name brand items were going up, even while the cost for brands to make them were going down.
Every year they had to raise their price to continue to satisfy Wall Street.
But Costco co-founder Jim Sinegal saw an opportunity.
We were seeing articles being written about what was happening with private label.
This 1991 Forbes article in particular outlined how consumers in Europe were turning away from name brand items and instead buying products manufactured by stores directly, known as private labels.
He wrote a whole bunch of his observations on this article and then asked all of his executives to kind of initial it to acknowledge they had read it. It's this moment where you can see his wheels turning about, look, their price increases are our opportunity.
That opportunity came down to profit margins. While retailers typically mark up name brand items anywhere from 24 to 30%, Costco had a strict maximum markup of 14%. But with a private label, Costco could now control more of the manufacturing costs for a lower starting price. So
we allowed it, private label, to take one more percentage point higher in a markup.
The private labels quickly started piling up.
We had Chelsea toilet paper,
Clout detergent, Traditions, Pinnacle.
We were just making up names as we went along.
But then something happened that would change everything.
And I was in one of our warehouses down in Los Angeles, and I asked the warehouse manager, did you get the new legal tablet that we had in our private label? And he said, no, I don't think so. So we went to the section. We had it under the Pinnacle name. So I showed it to the manager. I said, well, here it is right here. He said, I didn't know that was our label. And it was like a bell. Hell, if we don't understand within the organization what we're doing with our label, how are the customers going to? We decided we need to get one name.
Yeah.
Consolidating all of these labels under one brand would go against every proven best practice.
Retailers tend to not use one private label brand because they're afraid that if you have a bad experience with one item, it might translate across the whole store.
If they don't trust the brand in golf ball, they don't trust the mixed nuts.
We look at Sears, which was a successful retailer at the time. They had multiple brands that were their store brands in different categories.
You can't argue with the success that Sears had. That one warehouse manager who couldn't tell me where the tablets were was an illustration of where you could go wrong in something like that.
And then the question was, what would that name be?
We thought Costco was not the right name to put on it because we did so much business with other people, and we decided on Kirkland name.
At the time, the headquarters were in Kirkland, Washington.
And we promptly moved the home office to Issaquah. Nobody could spell Issaquah. So just keep Kirkland. And we've used that same label ever since.
Over the next few years, Costco slowly rolled out the Kirkland name.
I do remember when Kirkland Signature Shampoo came out.
It was the first hair care that we did. And then we had some vitamins that came out shortly after that.
Today, Kirkland has over 350 products across a variety of categories. But the company still operates with a limited selection in each of these, what the industry calls a limited SKU environment.
I think the limited SKU environment is a very misunderstood or understood secret of a lot of things about Costco, including private label.
When a new Kirkland item hits the shelf, that category becomes even more competitive.
If you're a supplier at Costco, it's kind of existential. It could reduce your sales. It could kick you off the slot entirely. So it's a real moment of head-on competition for a supplier.
It's an $80 billion brand, so it drives a lot of sales. Nobody wants to be that dramatically higher price than them.
I see it as a tremendous negotiation tool.
One of the clearest examples of this leverage is Kirkland diapers.
Costco knew that they wanted to have a Kirkland version of a diaper.
But because of its limited SKU environment,
we weren't going to carry both Huggies and Pampers. We were going to carry one brand and a Kirkland signature.
To see who might make the Kirkland diapers, Costco approached two market leaders, Procter & Gamble of Pampers and Kimberly-Clark of Huggies.
Wow.
There was a series of negotiations. Kimberly-Clark agreed.
And although Costco says Kirkland manufacturing negotiations are separate from conversations about shelf space,
there's always been only Huggies diapers and Kirkland diapers on Costco shelves for many, many years.
It was decided on the basis of who came in and presented the best deal.
Even after a product is established, Costco buyers continue to monitor that category.
Our buyers are very aware of the commodity inputs, the raw ingredients that go into something. They know everything.
And this knowledge can lead the company to change its Kirkland vendors. Recently, Costco shifted to the Cuties manufacturer, First Quality.
We felt like we could produce a higher quality product at a lower price for our members.
Having not that many products on shelves compared to other retailers is a huge benefit with Kirkland because they can be very strategic about the fact that there's only a few slots. It allows them to dictate what they want for their shoppers.
With Kirkland's name on hundreds of products, these negotiations are happening on almost every aisle of the warehouse.
When I look back at that Forbes article, one thing that really struck me is, wow, brands really had a chance to not charge more than they needed to give retailers kind of an in to create these really successful private label products. But that's ancient history. It's too late now.
Yeah.
Consumers, again, have really turned to store brands.
While national brands are still a bigger industry than private labels, in 2024, sales for private labels like Kirkland grew about 4 times faster than the national brands, hitting a record high. And with $86 billion in sales last year, Kirkland is now a bigger brand than Procter & Gamble and Kraft Heinz.
Is it the most significant thing for the company? I'd certainly say it's up there with the top 3 or 4.
But analysts say Kirkland's success is hard to replicate.
There's a few retailers that have gone to one private label. Not many, but a direct competitor like Sam's Club. More recently, 2017, they went to Members Mark, which is their private label brand.
I'm guessing they got that from us.
Since consolidating, Sam's Club private label sales have nearly doubled. And when asked about its strategy shift, Sam's Club said in an email to the Wall Street Journal that one reason it simplified its products into a single brand was to reduce confusion for its members.
Yeah.
But despite these successes, many big retailers aren't following Costco's lead. Target and Walmart have multiple private label brands.
They have to make that choice themselves. I mean, the choice we think, in retrospect, was right for us. But it could have been wrong.
I think there's something also specific to like the club channel, like a Costco, Sam's Club. You pay a membership fee. So it's a little bit of a different environment. You're a little bit more bought in. You've already shown loyalty to what they have to offer in a way that's just a little bit different.
Compared to other mass retailers like Target and Walmart, club channels like Costco and Sam's Club are winning the private label food and beverage space, shown in their growth over the last year.
We still want to sell name brands. We think that shows value to the membership. So we really use Kirkland Signature strategically to make sure that we're priced correctly on brands and that we're offering a better quality.
And the
member fees
is set to rise as the company looks to expand its offerings like Kirkland Sushi to its U.S. stores.
I don't want to push our employees or our managers and our buyers to go out and hit quotas about number of Kirkland items I want developed out there. I want them to do it naturally as they go through their categories and look for those opportunities.
We don't need to put our name on a product just to put our name. It's a lot of work.
In fact, every Kirkland product ever made since 1995 has been signed off by the CEO directly.
The final approval on the products would come to me, and I would initial it in green ink. Those were known as green ink meetings because they got the green ink to proceed. It was as simple as that.
To this day, Costco still holds green ink meetings for all final approvals, even though that pen color is now retired.
I think I'm probably the only person who likes in green.
There you go. Ah, that's a nice. That was a nice video. Nice video for a great American company. Because America's brain drain could become the world's brain gain. Some of the big, beautiful, hot tax breaks are smaller than you think. What? Trump? Trump? No. Trump? 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 The Sequoia investor who's anti-Madani post set up in Silicon Valley Stone. Index fund investing turned into extreme sport. Ford breaks annual record for safety recalls within the first 6 months of the year. Ford, you're amazing. You're doing amazing. BP flags hit from lower oil and gas prices, but expects production rebound. Volkswagen and Chinese partner SAIC, they closed 9G PLANT. Flutter to buy Boyd Gaming stake in FanDuel. Why the business world can't let go of landlines. Landlines. Google to pay $2.4 billion in deal to license tech of a coding startup. Hired the CEO. Wow. How private equity avoided major tax hits from Trump's big bill. From his big ass. U.S. stock investors keep calm, carry on through a week-long gauntlet of tariff threats. The Score, Kellogg, NVIDIA, Delta. Stocks. Global oil supply to rise faster than expected, IEA says. Venezuela's disputed bond complicates Citgo sale, the quiet comeback of cheap long-haul flights. Before we go into the next section, let's have at it, yeah? Let's have at it. Let's have at it. Let's play an Oasis. Play an Oasis record, yeah? Let's go on. Before we go on, before we go on and have a review, yeah? And the review section. The Wall Street Journal, yeah? We'll have at it. Let's have at it. Let's have at it with Oasis and Supersonic. From definitely maybe. Or maybe definitely. Supersonic. WNWD. We can use one down. Every Saturday.
To be myself, I can't be no one else. I'm feeling supersonic. Give me gin and tonic. You can have it all, but how much do you want it? Make me laugh. Give me your autograph. Can I ride with you in your BMW? You can sail with me in my yellow submarine. You need to find out, 'cause no one's gonna tell you what I'm on about. You need to find a way for what you wanna say. But before tomorrow, here's my friend said, take you home. Sits in a car alone. He lives under a waterfall. Nobody can see him. Nobody can ever hear him call. Nobody can ever hear him call. You need to be yourself. You can't be no one else. I know a girl called Ilsa. She's into Alka-Seltzer. She slips into a cane on a supersonic train, and she makes me laugh. I got her autograph. She got it with the doctor on the helicopter. She's sniffing in a tissue, selling the big issue, and she finds out no one's gonna tell her what I'm on about. You need to find a way for what you wanna say. But before tomorrow, here's my friend said, take you home. Sits in a car alone. He lives under a waterfall. Nobody can see him. Nobody could ever hear him call. Nobody could ever hear him call.
Yeah, I'm gonna have at it. I'm gonna have at it. Yeah, I'm gonna sing it. Yeah, like Liam sings it. Let's keep it going. Saturday essay, step aside, longevity bros. Time for the longevity lady bros. The fault lines in the autocratic axis, Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, are all hostile to the U.S. That doesn't mean they would go to another war for one another for now. Can AI solve the content moderation problem? Yeah, I would say yeah. Sorry, humans. Sorry. The tragedy in Texas broke the implicit promise of summer camp. Amateur stargazers spot rare exploding star. Admit it, Mr. Softly gives you the creeps. Oh yeah, can I get a vanilla? Can I get a vanilla cone? Man, I haven't ordered one of those in like 30 years. Paradise Lost at the University of Virginia. Anime Robertson, member of the World War II 6888 unit. A unit of 855 black women was celebrated for clearing a massive backlog of undelivered mail for American service members. Bravo. Thank you for your report. Stan Baker. The headache, a migraine's own mystery, Thomas More, persecutor and martyr. Henry VIII's close advisor was resolute in upholding secular and spiritual authorities over individual judgment. When it came to his own conscience, he held a different view. It's Utopia. Sir Thomas More wrote Utopia. 5 best books on forgiveness. If you're looking to forgive somebody, read those books. CIA Book Club. Who will rescue us? I seek a kind person. Emile Zola. French people, collisions, mysteries, Allison Williams. Used to wash her face with contact lens solution? What the heck? Doesn't she know about soap? I mean, like, what is she using that for? Has she ever heard of soap? I kid. Let's go to off duty. Let's take a break. It is the weekend. It is the weekend. Let's see the style advice for men of every generation, from Gen Z to boomers. Let's have a look at that. Okay, it's cool. You got a dog, you got a car, you're on a bench, you got a baby, you got a dog, you got a car. Gen Zers, got some wide leg pants, some shoes with no socks. You could be like ASAP Rocky. You could be like this guy with a baby. You could be like that guy with the watch and that jacket. Be like this guy with a dog. Be like that guy with a car. Be like Harrison Ford. You can do all that. Can you wear shorts to the office? No. Champagne. Too hot to cook. Minty watermelon salad. Oh, nice. Brownies. Nice. Fence mistakes. You like to travel, like tennis. These vacation spots might be for you. Now you can travel for less by buying someone else's vacation. No, thank you. I'm staying local this year. A little Volvo that could. Let's go and let's check out the magazine. Ayo at the BRE. Ayo. Ayo. Tariffs and conglomerates are chasing them. Italia's biggest fashion families are unfazed. Airbnb's founder, I think it looks like he's going to go beyond Airbnb stuff. He's an author, he's a lawyer, he's a surfer, he's Barry Diller, Big Shane, Couture, Summer Style, and making fine jewelry. Let's okay. That's it for this week because we're just getting back. This is the summer Friday. So let's play one more record. This is a new joint from the Black Keys, Man on a Mission. Weekend News Wind Down. We're back. Doing it every Saturday. We're on a mission, baby. Weekend News Wind Down mission.
Sundown, calling young rain, heading uptown, switching up lanes. Bright lights, watching them shine into the night. I can't think about anything but your affection. All caught up in this obsession. Hold up, wait up, hold up, stop for a minute. I got one shot. Man on a mission, girl, I'm giving it all to you. Now won't you tell me what will you do? Man on a mission, man on a mission. Moonrise over me, the look in your eyes takes me away. Headlights, watching them roll, you already know. I can't think about anything but your affection. You become my new obsession. Hold up, wait up, hold up, stop for a minute. I got one shot, can't stop. Man on a mission, girl, I'm giving it all to you. Now won't you tell me what will you do? Man on a mission, man on a mission. Man on a mission.